Hello, everyone. IMS welcomes you all to the webinar series, Future You, Set Your Career Compass Right with Experts Insight. And I am your host, Kalyani, for this webinar. So today our topic is Build a Career in Rural Supply Chain Management and Operations. And we'll be also talking about careers in rural management as such. And in this webinar, you'll find answers to the following questions like career growth in rural management, what are the different job roles you can get post an MBA from IRMA, skills to have in order to excel in this field, and more. And of course, we will be also talking about a little bit about the background of the speaker so that you all know how exactly an MBA from IRMA can kind of put you in another career trajectory altogether. So let me welcome our speaker today. We have Amjad. He's a senior manager exports at Captain Fresh and an alumnus of IRMA. Prior to Captain Fresh, Amjad worked with top firms such as Integro Brands Private Limited and Licious, and has an in-depth work experience in rural supply chain management as well as fulfillment. Before pursuing an MBA from IRMA, he worked as a project engineer. And let's hear more from him. Welcome, Amjad, and thank you for being here for this session.
Thank you so much.
So let's start now from the beginning. So let's start from your career trajectory, right from engineering to IRMA, and what made you decide to go for an MBA?
Hi guys, good morning all. As discussed, I completed my engineering from TKM College of Engineering, Colombo. I'm from Kerala, basically, and I completed my engineering. Then immediately after, I got an opportunity in Qatar. So I worked there for 4 years in oil and gas field as project engineer. Then I really wanted to do MBA even after my engineering. Then due to family pressure, I had to go to work. Then I worked for 4 years. Then I decided I have to do MBA because my aspirations and needs always related to management. And I never thought of IRMA at that time. And even after doing this CAT preparation, I'm also IMS alumni, and I did my all the CAT preparation through IMS coaching. So I have a lot relation with IMS before also. Sorry guys, I'm a bit in a traveling. I'm in Kanyakumari. I'm little not in the city right now.
Yeah,
Came for a field visit.
It's always with IRMA people. It's always like that. They're always moving and they're always somewhere in one of those remote areas, and there's always an internet connection problem. But anyway, yeah. So continue from So from, if you can just tell us. So you had to work, and so from engineering to MBA, you knew you had to do an MBA, right? So
Yes.
then, why IRMA and how exactly IRMA happened? Yeah.
So when I was evaluating the colleges, so I evaluated colleges in 3-4 parameters. One is always the ranking factor. Then expert opinions. I checked with my seniors. So there were many seniors. They were going to IIM, and there are a few seniors, who joined IRMA kind of institutions. Okay. So I checked with them. I took their opinion, and I followed their career path as well. So I understood what IRMA offered to them, and when I got to know more about IRMA through IMS series and other alumni interactions, and I started, listing colleges. I started listing IRMA also. Okay. Then I got the interview call. After seeing the campus, I decided I wanted to study something, some institute like IRMA. So if I don't get the top tier one, the top institutions, I will definitely go for IRMA. Okay. So I had calls from other colleges as well, but I chose IRMA only because of many factors. I like the philosophy. I like the social orientation towards the population, and and the value proposition what IRMA offered to the student. It is always an MBA plus something. That plus is rural, so it will teach you everything whatever other colleges are teaching, and you will have the same professors, and you will learn bit more about that unprivileged bottom of the pyramid, what they need, and you will have Usually other colleges will have only one summers, but IRMA
Yeah.
will have, you used to have three internship. Now we have two internship. One is village field segment. It is, we have to work with an NGO or a cooperative for a particular, in a particular village. We have to stay for 1.5 months or 2 months and make reports.
Right.
And apart from that, we have normal 2 months proper summer internship with the companies. So you will have the entire supply chain experience from the
Okay.
producers till the consumer. Producers
Okay.
will have in village field segment, and summer internship you will have, mostly front end interaction. So you will be the you will have some difference than other colleges, that other colleges will have only particular kind of an orientation. You will have,
Correct. Yeah.
complete supply chain view,
Hmm.
and you can make it out in whatever way you want. If you want to work in development sector, definitely it is a very good opportunities.
Hmm.
But if you are an investment banker, or if you want to do in a different kind of a sector, definitely it
Hmm.
is not your cup of tea. But if you
Okay.
really wanted
Yeah.
to do
Hmm.
some changes in the your career, and if you want to be a satisfying career, definitely IRMA is a cup of tea.
Okay. When did you complete your MBA from IRMA?
I completed in 2020. I
Okay.
had, I told I have
Hmm.
4 years of work experience before IRMA,
Correct. Yeah.
and
Hmm.
I'm COVID batch. So I'll tell you one more thing. In our
Hmm.
batch, we were around 240 students. After
Okay.
COVID, that issue happens. No, only few students have, had lost their job. Only very
Right.
few,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
some people got delayed. But due to that our sector demand, no, we are mostly into
Hmm.
essential service. Either
Correct.
we are into lending and finance sector, and
Hmm.
development sector, and food and agribusiness, and all are essential service right now. So we had huge demand. We didn't face any difficulty in finding jobs, or we didn't feel any insecurity in that time. So I feel very relevant in that sector, no? Education or lending, or even it is food and
Okay.
business. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so tell me something. From engineering
Yes.
to, and you were working as well after finishing your
Yes.
engineering. I
Yes.
think you did it in BTech, right?
Yes. Yes. I'm a
Yeah,
mechanic.
yeah, yeah. So from there to IRMA, how exactly, how difficult is it? As in the test and all that, as in how did
Yeah.
you prepare for it also? Because
Yeah.
most of
So,
our audience, they are also, most of them are from engineering background,
correct. Correct.
preparing for CAT. So obviously, they would also like to see IRMA as one of the options too. So yeah, how did you prepare for it, and what were the challenges which are specifically for faced by people from engineering?
Yeah, so definitely, you guys, I also face a lot of difficulties. Definitely you will have to convince the interview panel. That is the very difficult session,
Correct.
because preparing for an exam or a test, I don't think so engineers will have any difficulty, because they face a lot of exams,
Right.
around 150 exams in 4 years, and they prepared entrance also. So they
Hmm.
won't have any problem for clearing an exam. But
Okay.
definitely they will have difficulties while converting to interview to a seat. That will be
Okay.
the most difficult part. So definitely, if any college you go, why, they will definitely ask why IRMA. And in IRMA, you will have an additional question, why rural management.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
yeah, people will come convince in different manners. So if you are really passionate about something, then you won't have much difficulty to convince the panels. I had some difficulties, because no, I was a little confused at that time.
Hmm.
But if you do your secondary research properly about the college and the opportunities, if you can sync your passion with those opportunities or your alumni interactions,
Hmm.
definitely the panel also will understand that. Because no, even I know professors, they value, and they give value to the truth or the trueness. No, you don't have to lie anything.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
wanted to get into this kind of college, definitely you will have an interest, right?
Okay.
That or interest you should convert into a good. You have to work a little bit. You
Hmm.
have to do proper secondary research, and convert your interest and passion orientation towards that course.
Okay.
And that will happen through alumni interactions, and definitely aluminum
So
interaction will be
before
the
getting into IRMA,
yes.
you were
So
already talking to the seniors and
yes,
the
yes.
committee. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's what. Even
Okay.
people think that even IRMA only development opportunities or AMUL or
Hmm.
NDDP as the
Hmm.
offers. It was
Right.
there. Till thus initial first 5 or 10 years was mostly due to those companies. And
Okay.
but now if you see, banking is the most promising 40 or 30 percentage of the batch is going to different bank because lending is that much
Okay.
important.
Hmm.
Either it is microfinancing sector or into
Hmm.
a normal banking sector. That
Right.
is one.
Hmm.
And second one is agri and allied or finance. See agriculture value food
Hmm.
company. So
Hmm.
agri business is an important business in India because
Right.
we have 60% of small farmers are there, and there are milk
Hmm.
producers, and still India is a rural, agriculture dependent country, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
there are a lot of companies and lot of startup. I'm a very startup, enthusiastic. So I
Hmm.
always
Hmm.
try to be, because I think fast and I wanted to work in a fast-paced environment and really
Okay.
wanted to grow really fast. So
Hmm.
if you want to be in those sectors, there are a lot of opportunities, and
Okay.
there is no restriction. You can be the vendor manager in Amazon.
Hmm.
You can be the FMCG companies like Unilever, PNG, and if you
Right.
work in Amul, no, any company is ready to take.
Yeah.
That is a different than
Yeah.
Mother Dairy. So,
Yeah.
so if you
Hmm.
are able to handle this fresh category, that is a
Correct.
most perishable, most minute detailing is required everywhere.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
and you
Hmm.
have to take quick decisions
Correct.
because it will get
It's
spoiled
gonna
and
get spoiled. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So definitely, what you need to do that detailing no will help you in your career,
Hmm.
and those internship opportunity will definitely help you to understand what the backend or the upstream supply chain, what is the downstream supply chain look like, and you can connect
Hmm.
the gap, and you can definitely make strategies,
Okay.
and you whatever your interest, you can make career or you can build the
Hmm.
career foundation.
So when you were asked, since you were from an engineering background, what did you tell them that why IRMA and why rural management?
So
What was roughly your answer?
yeah, so uh,
Yeah.
when they asked the question, same question, I told the statistics. When I
Hmm.
see the statistics, no, so most of the students were from engineering background. So
Okay.
60 percentage of that. So
Okay.
if they can do well, and even I told my experience with my interactions with my
Okay.
seniors and
Mm-hmm.
other alumni, they were also engineers and they were doctors as well. So
Okay.
I told the interactions, what all the interactions, what I understood from the industry.
Hmm.
Definitely, I also wanted the same.
Yeah.
I like the orientation, and I told that empathy part of it more, right? So I
Okay.
want to give back to the society. If I
Hmm.
am helping, so if I'm a buyer for a company, I have two options. I can buy from a vendor, I can buy from a farmer. So
Hmm.
definitely I try something to buy from the farmer. If it is possible, definitely I do that.
Hmm.
Same way, I'm a distributor. I'm a sub FMCG company sales guy. I have three
Okay.
people. One is a giant MNC, and one
Hmm.
is a small distributor who was sole distributor for my company. And I
Okay.
have a MNC sole distributor and a hypermarket. Definitely, I'll help sole distributor because no, his bread and butter is me.
Hmm. Hmm.
MNC
Okay.
will get material from some other companies.
Correct.
But
Correct.
this, so that empathy we will
Hmm.
definitely create in our curriculum. So,
Okay. Hmm.
and also I'll put one point here.
Hmm.
When we have a few courses who have done PhD from IIM Ahmedabad,
Hmm.
so
Hmm. Hmm.
when we interacted with them, we used to have high teas and all. So
Okay.
when we
Hmm.
interact with this process, they told we asked what is the difference between IMA students and IRMA. So they said,
Yeah.
you see individual capacity, definitely IM students are better
Okay.
because they're single players. They wanted
Hmm.
to be always excel. But
Hmm.
if you want to see the cooperations and teamwork, definitely
Hmm.
IRMA is better. I feel
Okay. Hmm.
so,
Hmm.
gave us, realization and a lot of boost. Still we can see, I can see that in my company or any companies when we interact. So you can see a lot of teamwork happens, not
Okay.
with the elements, everyone. We can accommodate people. We can accommodate culture a bit, easier than others.
Correct. Okay.
Because of
Okay.
this,
Okay. Yeah. And that
in
is
our,
important. Yeah. In
yeah,
your
yeah.
field,
So that's
especially.
what I feel.
So yeah. So let's talk now about how your career growth was from Licious to Captain Fresh. How exactly Licious happened? Was that a placement job?
Yes, yes,
Or
yes,
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yes,
So from Licious to Captain Fresh, and also into growth. That's
yes,
a
yes,
huge brand. In fact, I mean, a huge company with a
yes,
lot of quite famous kitchen
yes,
treasures, I think, is
yes, yes,
integral,
yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. So
yes.
yeah, so how did that happen? And and then
Yeah,
we'll take one or two questions, yeah, in between.
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So, my summer internship was with Licious. That
Okay.
time, Licious was into third year or something. So it was
Mm,
a small company. So
correct.
they were not buying from the coast or farmers directly. So my
Okay.
project was to understand and some mapping of entire upstream supply chain. When I say upstream supply chain, it is the
Mm,
back end supply chain, not in
okay.
the front end side. So they asked me to map the entire back-end supply chain. So
Mm,
I was given to the fisheries project. That means I
okay.
had to find out direct sources and boatsman or agents, whatever the strategy. I have to make the strategy, find out the sources for the direct sourcing for the company. I successfully completed the
Mm,
project.
okay.
Then they implemented the project, and they felt really a value addition to their company. So they offered pre-placement offer for two guys.
Mm,
So they took us to the strategic projects. That is, we have to develop, different strategic product, to different categories.
mm,
So I was very happy and I accepted the offer. Then COVID
okay.
happened. So the
Oh,
demand,
okay.
uh,
Mm,
we were we were running 10x demand.
correct.
When I
Yeah.
joined, that COVID happened.
Yes.
Not joined before joining. COVID happened. We didn't have
Mm,
any, graduation ceremony, and
okay. Okay.
we
Yeah.
went back
Mm,
to home. Then we joined remotely. Then within 1 month, due to essential service, I had to
mm,
go to Bangalore, and I was buying for entire category. And
okay.
our capacity, if it is X, we used to buy 10x. We optimize everything. We didn't increase our capacity. It was a
Mm,
wonderful experience. i
mm,
was i was not part of the transactional sourcing team, but
mm.
they asked me to join transaction. I was part of the 60% of buying for Licious, and it gave me immense,
Okay.
confidence
Mm,
what to do further, and how vendor management, how important is a strategic project.
correct.
So then I got an opportunity with Integro branch. It's a group. It's a brand in a group called Syndite. Syndite
Mm,
is a world biggest spice extraction company. They have oleoresins, and they have a different. They are suppliers of Unilever, ITC, all the spices and extracts, liquids, and everything they are supplying. So they are
okay.
into B2B space mostly. Common people won't have much information about those companies, and
Mm,
they have 40% share in the world of spice market. Then you will understand their size, and they
okay.
are very for profitable, family oriented business.
Yes. Yeah.
And they
Mm,
have three B2C brands. One is called Paul and Mike,
mm,
then Sprig, that's a gourmet brand. That is,
mm.
these both are niche brands,
Okay.
and the common brand is Kitchen Treasures. It's a masala.
Yeah.
So I was
Mm,
handling under back-end
okay.
operations.
Okay.
It was into planning, and we have teams for that. I was heading all those things.
Mm,
Then, so I knew the founders of Captain Brush. Then when
mm,
they called, I initially I told that I am a very startup enthusiast.
mm,
Than stable job. I like, challenges. I like
mm,
risk.
mm.
So
Okay.
I back here. So I joined in the fulfillment team. I set up everything. Then they asked me to, stabilize the export and global to global operations. So
Right.
now I'm heading under costing and P&L part plus procurement here for the.
Mm.
So it is
S-
very
Uh,
challenging every day.
okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
But so how exactly the rural angle plays here, as in whatever you learned during your
So
internships and all that? How much of that knowledge is being used in your case in the supply chain and in your present job?
yes. So if you see the fresh categories, you
Hmm.
take any category,
Hmm.
fruits, vegetables,
Hmm.
or poultry or
Okay.
fisheries, any
Hmm.
category,
Hmm.
you are making margin at the time of buying.
Okay.
You will make margin only when you are buying. After
Hmm.
buying, no, you
Hmm.
cannot make margin on that because front end price is always fixed. You will have
Okay.
contracts. Okay,
Okay.
you will have to have proper market knowledge, and
Hmm.
you should know where to source. So that strategic thinking is very important. Strategy
Okay.
means
Hmm.
what, where to buy, what to buy. So a lot of analytics is required.
Right.
Analytic,
Hmm.
logical reasonings are required, and
Hmm.
you should develop vendors, you should understand the community behavior, so you should understand the entire supply chain, who all are the actors in the supply chain, where the agent involved, whether the agents are good or bad. So
Hmm.
people say that direct buying is always good. Not like that,
Hmm.
agents are good sometimes, because no, there's a very basic thing: farmers won't trust anyone.
Okay.
Maybe startup failed because they believe that if you offer something, farmer will trust you. Farmer won't trust anyone.
Hmm.
That's why they will always demand money in advance, or they want cash and carry always.
Hmm.
But
Hmm. Okay.
relation building is very, very crucial and important here. So
Hmm.
you need, intel what is going to come next week or next day. You need to build the community development.
Hmm.
Then it is a giving back to the society, then only they will do. So lot of parallel projects we are running to develop, to imbibe the community, to even if you see our vendors, no, our vendors use cycle before. Now they're
Okay.
traveling in
Hmm.
cars, one cars
Yeah.
or so. We are
Hmm.
very privileged that, because no, they are earning more,
Hmm.
and we are finding solutions for, some fishers or some products. They won't have even any market in
Okay.
their local area. So what they do, they throw it away, or they throw
Okay.
in sea itself. What we
Hmm.
did,
Hmm.
we understood what all are those products, and we tried to find out where the market. So we started taking it. Now, before it was 45 rupees, now it is 245 rupees. That
Hmm.
much difference came. So those kind of thinking, I don't think so everyone will have that.
Hmm. Correct.
So it is
Yeah.
because you try to find out the problems, then find a
Hmm.
solution. So the problem statements are always important and critical
Hmm.
thinking. So when you understand the community, understand the needs, it will be very easy for you.
Hmm.
It will come.
How different is supply chain and operations roles in rural context as
See,
compared to say in urban context? As
see,
in, yeah, I can't
yeah,
take an example. Yeah, but
correct,
yeah,
correct.
if
So
you
I
have an
understand your
example,
questions.
yeah. Hmm.
So if you ask the supply chain and the operations, no, I can divide
Hmm.
into two parts. Supply chain
Okay.
will be from producer to the end consumer, right?
Hmm.
So
Correct.
producer means you take it as a farmer,
Hmm.
and there will be 100 or 1,000 farmers. We collect, we'll segregate into few companies, and we are distributing to the masses. That
Hmm.
is what supply chain. And here, if each and every value addition we do value chain, and there will be professionals to do that. We also
Okay.
all are professionals. When
Hmm.
you see operations now, compared to any tier 1, tier 2 cities,
Hmm.
in rural, the infrastructure will be a challenge.
Right.
Let's say if it is any agriculture project
Hmm.
or any fisheries or because I'm saying agriculture and fisheries because I have experience in those areas. Even
Hmm.
spices, you need to have storages, you need to have reefer, I mean,
Hmm.
cold storages, you should
Okay.
have proper vehicle connectivity. These are
Hmm.
challenges now.
Okay.
And every product, it will have market only if we are able to give proper segregated product, quality maintained, and the traceability, and
Hmm.
the everything matters, right? So this
Okay.
operations is always challenging. That is
Hmm.
that
Okay.
efficiency making is very important. So we also, as a company, we are trying to build cold storages, ice factories in different cold harbors. We are finding a lot of projects with
Right.
government also, and
Okay.
we are trying to track the in course data. So whatever we are able to do, we are doing. Lot of startups are there. 500 plus startups are there in the agriculture rural ecosystem, and they are doing really good. If they understand the problems, no, if you do the things only, you will understand the problems. Once you understand the problems, you will automatically find solutions for that. Some solutions will work it out. Some solutions will definitely a failure because of cost factors. So we'll do all these factors, right? So operations is a supply chain is a different thing. Supply chain, existing supply chains are there. What we do, we will try to optimize the supply chains, reducing the number of factors in the supply chain, and improving technology is the biggest factor there. So we will include technology wherever possibilities to know in our sector. If it is fisheries, we will understand how many crates are there in the different harbors, what is the arrivals, and we have different apps to understand all those behavior. We'll use all the analytical data analysis tools to understand the demand and supply of different area from the past data. So everything is important. And
would you say that for people who are, as in from end to end, when you're talking about the entire supply chain process, so the first, as in from the ground level, grassroots, to the company, no, not till the consumer, till the company, for example, Licious or somebody, is that the part where IRMA people are preferred more? Because they know how to work with the rural district, and they have an understanding of the market at the grassroots. I'm just trying to figure out where exactly would an IRMA person would be preferred, or would be given preference over other people from other.
I got your question. So take it as a Collins or funnel. Two funnels will be there like this. So there will be masses in the backend, right? So that will be producers. But you said the rural part, and there will be consumers, right? And both the parties well. So you will be better at the center part. So you can go to both sides. So whether it is into procurement side, whether it is to sales side. As I said earlier, in the agribusiness, we are getting mostly two opportunities initially after college. One is in procurement and supply chain side. That is one. Second will be mostly into consumer sales side, like Amul or Pidilite or Godrej, etc. All those companies, we are getting both the opportunity because uh, they feel like, see, rural means it is not like you are staying in rural areas. 99% of our batch is in tier 1 or metro cities. 99%. 1% why I'm saying they chose to be in rural area because they wanted to closely work with the communities in development or NGOs, and they wanted to make a change. They are very passionate. They are in Kashmir or some rural areas in any district, you name it, they are there. People. So they wanted to work with the masses. They wanted to work with the underprivileged, the bottom of the pyramid. They will really do a lot of value addition in their life, lot of projects with the World Bank and other there are foundations right everywhere. So people like us, we are staying in Taiwan. I was in Bangalore. Now I came to Kochi. I came to Kanyakumari. We will have traveling. When you are procurement, you will definitely need to visit your areas. I mean your source. That is strategy. You need to find out. But your base location, any company's base locations will be metros. You will be staying in cities only. That is the perception. Many
people think you have to live in villages and you have to struggle.
So I see one question here. Then why do people
I was thinking whether to ask you this question or not.
So I didn't study in IIM, so I don't know what exactly happened there. But I know friends, I have colleagues, I have friends, even my classmates, friends, all are studied IIMs and other ISP, other colleges. So what they say, some people have regret to join IIM. See, some people in our batch also, they have triggered that they had offers from IIM, so they joined. So they will be always there.
Okay.
What people they want, because no, always people gives a brand value, right?
Correct.
If you have a chance, you will definitely buy a Mercedes rather than CV 500 or anything.
Yeah.
So brand value always gives you a lot of boost, and definitely every company will prefer, unless otherwise, if there is no specific requirement, they will always put IIMs or ISP. So that will catch their attention. So IIMs are always good. I'm saying in that aspect, no, if you don't have really a control path, then definitely IIM, IIMs, and their numbers are more.
Okay.
And
So then, but then,
come to IRMA,
yeah, but then why,
come,
if you're saying IIMs are good, but then who all should aim for IRMA? Because since
see,
for
IIMs are
IRMA, you
good in
just said,
self.
yeah.
If you see IRMA, people are having double thought because of that rural tag. If it is a management institute or something, then definitely there is no question asked, right? So
Okay, yeah.
if you search about this story, you will understand this. Dr. Varghese Kurian was our
The one
founder
who
was part of
started, yeah.
IMA board. So when he told the IMA board that we need to focus on rural part as well, because India is that time it was 80% rural.
Correct, yeah.
So then that he got some humiliation in that work. They said we don't send people to there. Then he started IRMA. After he started IRMA, IMA also started agribusiness.
Yeah, yeah,
So there are a
agribusiness,
lot
yeah.
of opportunities. And the first,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
so first director of IRMA is from IIM Ahmedabad, director.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you will learn everything in IRMA. So if you do proper analysis, no, the campus and the
Somebody
culture.
is saying if you can repeat that story name, somebody wants to read.
So whoever asks, he or she,
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
read
Rohan,
the book
yeah.
called I Too Had a Dream. Dr. Varghese Kurian. It's a wonderful book. Read
Okay.
it, or
What's the name?
I Too Had a Dream.
Okay, I Too Had a Dream is the book. Okay, just read it. Yeah.
That is, and
Yeah.
they can see Manthan movie. They will understand about.
Yes, yeah. That Manthan, yeah, that's the one that showed you usually, whenever you're.
So if you see these Tatas or Amul stories and all, then you will really get into it. You will understand, and it is very encouraging and motivating stories.
Correct,
Right?
yeah.
What you get, and the respect you are getting at the village level, no.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
amazing and satisfying. And when a farmer sees you, he sees you like kind of. I felt sometimes if they treat you like you know uh, like God
Yeah,
sometimes.
correct. Yeah.
So
Because
we
obviously,
feel
you're
very
bringing in.
ashamed that we are part of a company,
Yeah,
and
yeah. You
they
guys
got
are
a
just
lot of
doing a
offers from
job,
this.
but yeah, you guys always get that. But the thing is, okay, so who all should aim for IRMA, and what are the kind of, because you kept talking about empathy throughout the session. So,
Yes, yes.
what are the skill sets that one should be having already or can develop if they really want to pursue, if they want to get into IRMA, or even if they are not in IRMA, but they would like to pursue a career in rural management and bring in change and and have a better job satisfaction probably.
Yeah.
What are the skills?
So the skill set, what I
And
feel.
also, what are the temperaments that you need?
So I'll give my perception to
Yeah.
that. So skill set, anyhow, all those engineers or normal college guys, they will have always. You should read a lot. Read a lot means not only for the interview preparation. You should know what is happening in the world. You should read about non-fiction things. Then definitely these are the updation, whatever happen in the world in and around. You should be very very aware about it.
Correct.
Whether it is financial things or it is technology, whatever it is, reading is a must. Second one is analytical thinking. If you go to any field, whether it is marketing field, I know many friends IRMA after IRMA, they are into marketing. So they also use a lot of analytics. I use a lot of analytics because I'm into buying, right? I'm a course, or it will impact my P&L. So you should be very good at numbers. You should develop that analytical games. Go to the details, and don't do skimming everywhere. You can do skimming. You will understand when you have to do. And till engineering or till graduation, people fake their report, right? They won't do it properly. Project, even I did. I agree to that. But when you go to a master's, let's say you're going for an MBA, you should definitely do your whenever you get a projects and assignment, you should participate. You should do it, because whatever you are doing, it's a value addition for your job. It will make your job easy, because once you enter into job market, you will enter into a senior positions usually. Okay, you will have double the salary, whatever they 15 20 years of work, same guy worked in the company will not have that much salary, so they expect a lot of things from you. Right? So these that patience, that cultural adaptations, and that numbers, that critical thinkings, and analytical thinking, reading, everything will boost your career, and it will help you to grow your career ladder very fast. All are the skill set what I feel like, and I participate everything.
So,
Whatever
these are more like hard skills of what you were talking about. What are the soft skills? Like, apart from empathy,
you are so talking about etiquettes.
As in hard skills, soft skills. So hard skills you've already talked about, like, one should be getting into all research and doing all that, and be good with numbers as well. But what about soft skills? As in, apart from being having a high
I
emotional
feel like
quotient.
all our generations are lacking this time management thing, right?
Time.
Yeah. So if you're, so I'm also struggled a lot, because if you don't put timeline for everything, you won't have time for anything. So I feel like so initially when I joined the course, I used to ignore that HR management courses. Because we feel like it's a boring thing. After joining company, I understand that was the important section. So the cultural mixing, and a lot of things. So I think in soft skills and all, they will learn automatically. I mean, they will understand what they require, what they lack. Mostly, I'm saying, otherwise they'll get pressurized, right? And it is already a pressure course, MBA. It is not very simple or easy. If you need to do, you have to do properly hard work in colleges. It is not like a BTech or any degree or anything. Because if you study for only exam, you will pass. Here, exams are just sake of doing the exam. Every day you will have surprise tests. You will have a lot of projects, so you have to do.
Okay, there is a question about, does opting for agribusiness in IIM versus IRMA, I mean, which one should go for?
I am about agribusiness, IRMA. I think if you see the fee structure, IRMA will have lesser.
So you're talking
fee,
about
half
the
of
ROI. Okay.
Yeah. So ROI will be better in IRMA.
Okay, and I think there's also, I think it's the same person, and I think he's really interested in rural management. He's also the one who asked for the book. So I would say that I would also add on to this, as in, if rural management is what you really want to get into, obviously you at IRMA there will be better placements for this particular field. So you'll probably get more companies, and a very different and a more wholesome culture to learn. If you are thinking about if you're thinking about rural management only, might as well get into in IRMA instead of going somewhere else, wherein it's just one segment of your course will be about agricultural business.
So you will have an additional course or electives if you want to choose. And mostly agribusiness companies, they prefer agriculture people.
Correct. So they will be first probably coming to IRMA for placements, and then probably going for others. But IRMA will be they would prefer people from IRMA. So might as well, start from where, you can be hired
So
in a better way.
agriculture people will have, that they will not have much difficulties.
Correct. Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
can, easily convince the panel, easily convince the
Exactly.
companies. Yeah.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
the best option for agriculture people.
Correct.
And IRMA is a place, it's a happening place for us. See, we still wanted to go back to the campus. Really, we miss the campus. Really
Yes,
amazing
yeah,
campus.
it's a beautiful campus. Okay, there is a question about doing ABM in IRMA or in IMA. Which one is good? Oh, obviously, it's the same question again. As I'm a student of College of Agriculture from Pune. Can you hear
So
me?
IMA,
You've heard? Okay.
yeah. You will have options in IMA only 60 seats, I think, agribusiness, and IRMA be having 240 seats. That's a sole difference, and then you will have opportunity in manage and some other colleges. So manage will have, I think, 50 seats only. Manage is lesser number of seats.
Okay.
So opportunity wise, that the probability you will get more, chance to get into IRMA. But IRMA, IM agribusiness, the companies are, particular companies.
Correct.
If you want to
majorly into agribusiness only.
Agribusiness only.
Yeah.
But if you sometimes they will offer offers in normal course as well.
Okay. Okay.
But in IRMA, you will get into all the field. There is no bar into that you have to go to this field.
Yeah.
There will be FMCG companies. There will be agribusiness companies. There will be banking and finance sectors. There will be consulting sectors. There will be developing sectors, NGO,
yeah.
those areas. So vast and
You've
wide
got you've got a broader opportunity to choose from. So if you're thinking about, and since you are already in College of Agriculture, might as well try for IRMA, and you'll be actually given better preference even during the placements. So yeah, so let's talk about the placements bit and a little bit about the job opportunities available.
Job opportunities, see, initial job opportunities are into these five, six field. One is agriculture, agri-business area. Agri-business, I think people will understand what is agri-business is. And second one is FMCG area, FMCG sector.
Yeah.
You will have plenty of opportunity. Let's say, and I include Amul and everything, some 20% will be there. The another 25% will be into banking services, banking and microfinance areas. Okay.
There is a question about is there any preference for agriculture background people in admission, as I'm BSc Agri student?
Yes, so they will give definitely a preference for, there is some weightage for agriculture and allied sectors. So if person is from fisheries or forestry or agriculture background or dairy background, they will definitely have some 5% weightage or something in college. Okay. So IRMA, what is the beauty? They won't give more weightage to CAT. There will be weightage for CAT. There will be a separate assessment test is there.
Okay.
Then interview. Then group discussions, and there will be
group discussion. Usually, what are the? Is it very? Do you have to prepare for the GD separately? As in, they might talk about rural issues, or they might ask something about the farmers' rights and stuff. Are those the topics on GD or?
So IRMA, they won't allow very aggressive discussions.
Okay.
Means if you
not
start
controversial
fighting,
topics. Okay.
then I don't think so they will allow. But it will be very healthy discussion.
Okay.
You do well because whoever the panelists, they are very experienced and very aged professors will come for the GD panel, and they give you some topic which is mostly related to current affairs or agriculture or something. Well, you will definitely get a chance. Everyone will get a chance to speak. If you really wanted to get into that GD, you will have a chance, and there won't be they will not allow fights and all. So it is a very cooperative discussion, and as a current affairs will be there. options.
So one should brush up current affairs and maybe a little bit about the things that are going on
Yeah,
in that
I think.
sector. Maybe
Yeah, I
little
think
bit.
mostly the aspirants know they are
Hmm.
reading papers and all, no, so they
Hmm.
don't require actually an extra effort.
Okay.
But for clearing that IRMA set, they will
Hmm.
know they need to know some current affairs. I mean,
Current
there
affairs.
will be a
Okay.
cutoff mark. Now it is not having much weightage, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm BSc agriculture student and appeared for IRMA, and I'm Rohtak interview. Which one should I prefer if I'm getting both? Yeah.
That is definitely a personal call. For me, I had baby IMS calls as well as
Yeah.
IRMA and IIT
Yeah.
Kanpur and all. So
Hmm.
I chose IRMA because of I did some calculation. No, my
Okay.
personal
Hmm.
preferences, fee, then my seniors' opinion,
Hmm.
alumni interactions, my friends' opinion. So a lot of factors are there.
Correct.
For me, I feel like agriculture will have more benefits why join IRMA,
Hmm.
because their field have more sense.
Yeah.
But I am Rokta also good. I cannot say like that because
Ah.
it's not a blind. It should not
Correct.
be a blind answer. But
Hmm.
definitely do your analysis. I think
Correct.
both
Yeah.
are good. If you want to stick into your career, best thing will be IRMA.
Because obviously, yeah, it's Avishkar. Avishkar, you've already studied BSc in agriculture, so you must have done it because of some reason. And spending that much time in agriculture, and then if you're getting IRMA, maybe it might just open up better opportunities for you. I mean, you will be preferred, given more preference than the others, even in the placement. So think about it, write it down, maybe write down a complete what all you want to do, your goals and all that. Maybe you might be able to figure out which one to go for. All the best for your decision. Okay. You have any advantage in IRMA if you're undergrad from BSc? Okay, it's the same person, I think, asking
Yeah,
the question.
definitely
Yeah,
they have advantages.
obviously, yeah. Please tell the basic difference in ABM and rural agri management. Sorry if I'm repeating the question.
We
So
are
if you can
repeating
just,
the same.
yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
people
basically,
always
agri
have this
business.
doubt.
Yeah, what's the difference between agri business as such? Not from any particular B school, just
Mostly
agri
similar
business.
only. Mostly
Yeah.
similar only. So we will be bit more, conscious about cooperative and
Hmm.
this Amul and other corporate, we and
Okay.
FPOs. We will
Correct.
have electives and
Hmm.
we will get live opportunities to work with the FPOs. I got 2 3 projects. I
Hmm.
worked with one
Okay.
rose cultivation FPO, then paddy, and you will get a lot
Hmm.
of immense satisfaction. I think uh, APM also have a similar kind of IMA also have similar kind of things, but IRMA uh, will get more projects
Okay.
related to that. Yeah,
Okay. Tell me, so what is a typical day for you in your field? Or
yeah. So
yeah, so how much of work one has to do, and what's the kind of work-life balance one has? So obviously, a lot of people think about going into investment banking and all that because
yeah,
they think that it's the cream in jobs. But then again, of course, after a few years, they
yeah. Few
realize that they
years
don't have a
they,
life. Yeah. So
exactly.
what's the kind of work-life balance here, and how is a typical day
Yeah,
for
so
you?
I enjoy in Licious. I didn't have
Hmm.
much
Hmm.
work-life balance. So
Okay.
then only I changed the company.
But is that because of its being a startup or something?
Startup, and we were overloaded with work because I'm
Ah.
a person, I don't say no to any new
Hmm. Hmm.
projects, so I
Hmm.
always take it up. So I used to sleep at 2 o'clock and wake up at 6. That kind of work I had because of COVID. We had a
Oh
huge
yeah, because Licious, yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
online. So okay, okay.
here early morning, sometimes I used to get calls from the farmers
Hmm.
vendors, so for the
Okay.
hours and availability, and we have procurement executives for that.
Okay.
And once I go to office, it's normal, pretty similar to anyone
Oh,
because
this
I check
is Captain
mails
Fresh,
and
right? You're talking
so
about.
we have different apps. We do the all the daily updates and buying updates, price comparison. We do have a lot of
Okay.
make this
Mm.
and everything. And every month, the 5 days or 6 days, I do go to different fields and interact with the vendors. That is very important. You should
Okay.
build that network. And so once you get into college, then once you get the job,
Mm.
then it is more into a network. You will get
Okay.
opportunity from your friends, seniors, alumni, from your connection. So
Mm.
networking is very important. Be in
Mm.
college, be in your professional career or
Mm.
wherever it is very important. And
Mm.
as well as you should be very see. If I am into a buying part or a P&L part, if I don't
Mm.
have any relation with the customers, and if I don't keep frequently visit all these people, then
Mm.
I won't have any connect. I won't make any value addition. So,
Right.
and they will feel disconnected. So
Correct.
every month, 5 6 day, I'll be on. Definitely, I'll be on traveling.
Mm.
Sometimes it will
Mm.
be more on season, but
Okay.
usually I have very good work-life balance.
Mm. Mm. Tell me, how do you build your profile to excel in this field? In the sense, if you have already worked like before this, I'm talking
Mm.
about getting selected by at IRMA during the personal interview and all. Does it help if you have probably a few NGO work experience or
Yeah,
some volunteering somewhere and all that? Does that help in the profile
yes,
in getting selected?
it will help. It will
Okay.
help.
Mm.
So
Okay.
if you have any kind of voluntary activities, so
Mm.
it will definitely have a value to your
Okay.
interview. And
Yeah.
if you are able to convince this
Mm.
interview panel, so some people know they boast a lot. Then
Huh.
automatically interview panel will understand what
Yeah.
these guys are talking about.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
But
Okay.
sometimes I feel like if you are very genuine, no,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry. It'll
Correct.
happen. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Can you talk about like, did you ever get inspired by anyone, or were you, did you ever had a mentor who kind of helped you with this decision of getting into rural management and this career path that you've taken?
Yes, I had a mentor. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
I had a mentor. He was my senior,
Hmm.
and he did same course in IRMA and my college as well. And
Okay.
currently is working in Pidilite.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so he helped
Hmm.
me a lot to
Hmm.
decide and all. Apart
Correct.
from that, I always keep interacting with people whenever I get a chance. No, I
Hmm.
do ask a lot of questions. In
Okay.
terms, I don't irritate them. I'll have 100 questions or
Yeah.
10 questions.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'll always classify the questions into three part in my
Right.
mind.
Hmm.
That is must have, good to have, great to have.
Okay.
So I'll ask definitely that must have questions.
Okay.
If I get more chance, I'll have good to have questions also.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I do a lot of network. I take bits and pieces from everyone. So
Hmm. Okay.
if you read the book, show your work, So
Show your
you'll
work.
yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk about? Can you recommend three books for MBA
So
aspirants overall? MBA aspirants,
yeah. So
not
if you
just
are an
rural.
aspirant,
Hmm.
if you want to be business field and or into career, I think a
Hmm.
mini MBA book is CEO Factory.
CEO Factory. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I think
Okay.
you all are familiar. That is
Hmm.
a Unilever story in India.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
you should know then Indian Empire as well, right?
Yeah.
So Tata
Okay.
Stories is the best
Hmm.
thing to
Hmm.
learn. And if you are a startup enthusiast,
Yeah.
you want to understand the international context, 0 to 1, and the funding your own startup. All these books are amazing books.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah.
And
So, yeah. Any other book?
so psychology of money. See, all will add
Yeah,
some
yeah,
value to you,
correct,
right?
correct.
Mm.
Yeah, it's basically reading
Yeah.
different things. Yeah,
See,
okay.
I didn't have any reading habit before,
Hmm.
but I
Okay.
developed that. It helped a lot.
Okay. Okay. So, before we wrap up, okay, do you have any suggestions? Like, what are the few things that our MBA aspirants can keep in mind to prepare themselves from now?
Yeah.
For rural management, for IRMA, and also for overall to get into MBA or to basically choose a particular career path. Yeah.
So I do have some suggestions.
Yeah.
So one is like whenever there will be typical questions. Tell me about yourself and why MBA, why this course, why MBA after B.Tech,
Right.
why are you switching? So maybe you will have answers, but if
Okay.
it is not crisp and clear, no, they will not get convinced. There will be
Correct.
100 people. They wanted to select one from 100. Then definitely they will go for the clear answers. So what you
Okay.
need to do, I mean, as per my suggestion, write down the things and make proper note. What if they ask these hobbies? I think you are already instructing these things to,
Right.
right? I
Okay.
mean, hobbies, your strength, weakness, and everything. Some people will always say, I don't have any weakness. Definitely, it's a lie, right? Definitely, everyone will have weakness, but
Correct.
they
Yeah.
cannot tell all the weakness.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, some strength-oriented weakness will be there. Those who they're checking what he's saying. If they don't have any question, they ask everything. Used to ask these questions.
Okay.
So always, it helped me a lot. Write down and everything properly. And if there is something in your CV, you should know what it is. Don't
Correct.
copy
Yeah.
from anywhere
Yeah.
to
Be
make it
thorough with
more
it.
to
Correct.
make it
Yeah. Yeah.
attractive. And whether you are attaching any certificates, you are talking about those certificate. If you don't know anything about it, don't attach it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So these were the general suggestion I have. Be truthful and be very genuine, and do proper research about these
Okay.
colleges. And because no, some people are like, I know one of my friend is that he chose that he chose wrongly. He said
Okay.
he was in IIM, but he was not really happy. He got into IT sector again. He wanted to get out of IT sector, and he
Okay.
had to choose IT sector again. So in IRMA,
Okay.
uh,
Hmm.
there is no IT companies.
Yeah. Yeah.
There will
So.
be there will be technology companies, but related to program management and all.
Correct.
But
Correct.
there won't be any IT companies coming to IRMA type of
Yeah.
college.
So
So
yeah.
you should understand what you want. Based on that, you select the college, because every college will have specific kind of companies. If you go to
Correct.
IMA, consulting will be the major.
Yeah.
IMC, finance will be the major.
Right.
So those things don't go only because of brand values and family pressure. I feel like you should
Yeah.
understand your purpose and interest, and based on that select the college. Then definitely it will make you more happier, more energetic. You will enjoy your journey. Right.
Correct, yeah. Because after all, every day you'll have to wake up and go to that particular job.
Correct.
Yeah, it'll be very difficult
Yes.
that way if you don't
Yes.
enjoy it.
Yes.
All right, okay. That's all we have time for. Thank you, all the attendees, and thank you, Amjad, for giving us so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
of insight. Okay, there is a
Mm,
question.
mm.
Before we finish, there's always like a one or two questions like this. How is
Yeah.
NEET Mumbai in terms of the
So
course?
it is a
It's
wonderful
different.
college for
Yeah.
supply chain
Yeah,
management.
yeah. But
No
then
doubt
again,
in that.
that's a specifically for supply
Yes,
chain
it is. They will
operations
take only
and
engineers. They will
yeah,
take only
they'll only
engineers.
take engineers.
So you don't have to worry by engineering and
Hmm.
MBA. So they won't
Hmm.
ask those questions. But it's a
Correct.
very
Yeah.
good college. I
Hmm.
didn't have a cutoff problem. So if I
Hmm.
get NETI, it would be a good choice for me, because
Hmm.
I like it was into top list for me.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
never targeted IIM. I targeted NITI. I couldn't get into NITI because
Hmm.
I like NITI. And
Hmm.
after IRMA, no, I feel like I chose the right place.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
before that, NITI was something which was exciting me. And it's a
Hmm.
good college.
Yeah.
It is
So there is
population or hmm,
someone who has written about currently I'm having only one call, that is IIFT, so I'm very close to agricultural background, so planning to talk about agri trade, and many more about agriculture. Thank you for your info. So yeah, so all right, so yeah, so that's all we have time for. Now I'm signing off, even if you guys are asking any questions. Thank you, Amjad. Thank you, thanks a lot for all the insights on IRMA. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys.